Hello, welcome to Outlook number 2, our second in a series of 3 presentations. Today we're going to focus on contacts. We'll base most of our contacts on Outlook 2007 and 2010. Most of this stuff applies to Outlook 2003 and earlier. Before we do anything on contacts, we're going to give you a little bit of a market overview. You're going to see a couple of slides on the MBS Fannie Mae 4.5 coupon. The graph you're looking at is a 5-day look. We're looking at 5 trading days beginning March 1st and ending mid-session 3/8. What you're seeing here is a rally in interest rates on the first and the second, tanking from the second to the fourth, and then rallying again as we move into the 8th. As we record this on the following Tuesday, or on the following Monday, I should say, due to the turmoil in Japan and the Mideast, we've actually seen quite a bit of a rally. Starting off on the first, you're looking at about best execution of 4.875 on a 30-year fixed. Best execution means a 740 credit score, 80% loan to value on a conventional 30-year fixed with 20% equity on either a purchase or a rate and term refinance transaction, assuming no other scratch and dents to credit. As you see on the fourth, best execution went up to about 5%. On the 8th, we got back to about 4.75%. Now we're back at that 4.75%, depending on your particular situation, maybe even a hair bit better. You're looking at a 1 month graph. You'll see as we started the year, we're at a pretty good spot with interest rates, 4.5, all the way down to on the 8th of February, where we tanked out at about 5.125. Since then, we've rallied back quite a bit. The reason we're showing you these graphs is we want you to know where it is we make where and why we make our float and lock recommendations. As we're going through this downturn from the 25th about to the 8th, we're locking in our short-term business to protect from further losses. Our long-term refinance business, though, we're seeing around the corner and we're saying, hey, we just need to hang tight, put the rest of your file together because rates are going to come back, which they have. Same look over a year. You'll see where we started off at 4% and ended up at about 5%. This is what we look at on a day-to-day basis. We're seeing the trades tick by tick, and we're able to make good recommendations on our short-term locks that way. We're going to talk a little bit about archiving and creating folders in Outlook to kick off our Outlook segment. Outlook is a powerful tool, but if it gets overwhelmed by too much information, it becomes a slow and arduous tool. Today we're going to show you how to first take some of that information from your server and put it on your local box so Outlook can move nice and smooth. On our dashboard screen, the look that we have here is a 2007 Outlook look. What we'll do is we'll go to the File menu, scroll down to Archive. That'll pop up this box. What Sheldon's done is he's selected the deleted items folder. What I recommend that you do is highlight Mailbox Sheldon Frank so we can archive everything in those subfolders. Calendars, contacts, sent items, inbox, junk mail, notes, everything. Everybody treats their Outlook a little bit differently. This is how I recommend you do it. Our next step is to choose the date. We like to leave about a month's worth of information on the server so we can access it through Outlook Web Access and on our phones or in various other forms of Outlook that we have in different offices. We'll highlight February 8th because we're going to leave everything after February 8th on the server. You'll see what we've done here is now we're starting to create folders. I want to make sure that when we're creating folders in Outlook is highly customizable. Sheldon likes to have his email separated for each client that he starts, each office that he works in. So in this situation, what he's doing here is he's creating a new folder for Maple Grove emails. You'd like that subfolder to be below Inbox on your left-hand toolbar. So what he's done is he's named his new folder, MG Emails, and then highlighted Inbox. He'll click OK. And you'll see what happens is now we have a subfolder for MG emails under Maple Grove. What Sheldon can do then is any email, task, or calendar event that's related to Maple Grove can go into that folder, so he's got a quick and easy tool to reference in the future. Creating folders can be done a couple of different ways. In 2010, we actually have a tab for folders. Right on the top toolbar, File, Home, Send, Receive folder, you'll see all of your tasks related to creating a folder are pretty self-explanatory. In 2010, as well as 7 and 3, what you can do is highlight your subfolder on your left-hand toolbar, right-click, and add new folders from there. You'll see what Tom has done is he's created folders for different business areas that he needs to be concerned about. 2010 Good Faith Estimate, Biz-to-Biz relationships, constant contact, credit files, printer issues, and expenses. The takeaway: set a regular archiving schedule. In Outlook 1, we learned how to set recurring calendar events. Archiving is one of the most important recurring events you can have. We also want to make sure that we utilize folders in Outlook to stay as organized as we possibly can. As with anything, it's make a plan and stick to it. In this case, plan a filing method. Stick to it. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to import contacts from Gmail to Outlook. If you're viewing this video on the web right now, make sure to utilize the pause button. Maybe even put this up on a second screen. Importing from Gmail to Outlook is super simple. Open up your Gmail account. In the left column, click Contacts. On the right side of your screen, go to Export. You're going to choose an Outlook CSV file. We'll export your contacts. We'll follow the directions, clicking Save. In Outlook, on the File menu, click Import and Export. It's just super simple. It'll prompt you all the way through it. But if you get confused, just go back to this reference. What we're going to do is allow duplicates to be created, because we're going to use another tool, Flaxo, to go ahead and clean those up later. I want to make sure that we get as much information as we possibly can from our different contact sources when we're dumping them into Outlook. Reason being is we all have a Gmail account, an AOL account, a Hotmail account, different variations of sales software that we've used over the years that we've all used to collect contacts. What we want to do is make sure we take all of that information, put it into one spot. I know 4 pages of directions to bring in contacts seems a little overwhelming, but it's really comes down to about 3 or 4 simple steps. AOL is even more simple. With AOL, copy and paste the highlighted blue web address. Go out there, sign in with your username and password. Click the Outlook plugin software download link. Follow the on-screen directions. Click Run. Click Run. Once this box comes up, enter your username and password. Now tell AOL what you want to sync. Obviously, contacts and calendar. I want the task to come over as well, so I would highlight that as well. Click OK. Now this screen will come up. Click Sync All. The exercise is pretty similar, if not a little bit simpler in Hotmail and MSN. Log into Hotmail, click your contacts, then export your contacts into the Options tab. When prompted, click Save. We like to save on our desktop because it's super easy to find and super easy to delete when we're done with it. Here's the step-by-step directions. Click pause to go step by step. Here's another tool that we threw in. Really simple directions for creating a CSV file or an Excel file to import and export from. Open Outlook. On the File menu bar, select Import Export. If you don't see Import and Export as an option, expand that file menu a bit using the arrow. When the wizard opens, we're going to export to a file. We'll click Next. Here's the important part. Select comma-separated values file for Windows, not DOS. Click Next. Select the contact folder you would like to export and click the Next button. This is going to become super important once we get our contacts cleaned up and we want to export them to send out cards back into Plaxo, into LinkedIn, into Facebook, into the next latest greatest thing that we want to use to